pretty cool, doesn't it? I've been battling with this thing called HDR on my computer and this TV. So I don't know if it changes things how you see it. Does it? I guess not. It changes the color or something. I didn't want to mess with it. I thought the color was fine, but my computer kept turning it on and turning it on. And I would turn it off every time, but sometimes it would, you know how when you make a change of your display and it, you know, it's supposed to like do this countdown in case something happens and you can't see anything. Well, that's what I needed, because like the screen would just go blank, the computer would be on, but anyway, so it was frustrating. So I was looking at technical support, and somebody said, you know, I was looking for how do I turn off HDR and leave it off, because every time I restarted it would just come back on. And somebody was like, I finally discovered I needed to turn HDR on my display. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. I like all this wood here. Let me take a screenshot of that. Let's do maybe like this. What do you think? So anyway, I turned it on my TV, and now it looks incredible. I'm just kidding. I can't tell a difference. But it's at least acceptable. And I don't have to turn HDR on and off on my computer. So it's all happy now. It's another nice one, to be honest, just like that. And I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm hungry. How about you? Comment below. Yeah, I'm doing my laundry. So I was like, I'll get a game in. This is actually take 2. Oh, no, that looks really good, but we did something kind of like that a couple episodes ago, but just so we have the choice, I'm going to take a screenshot. Am I always talking to you about my laundry? Because I always play this on the weekends when I've got laundry on the mind. At least you know I wash my clothes. The greens do look really bright. Maybe that's the HDR. Anyway, about step 1 of Titan Maker, I was talking to, well, our head coach was talking to us about step 1 this week in our group. It's just a WhatsApp group. We do Zoom calls every once in a while, but we haven't been doing them so often recently. Anyway, we were talking about, this will just be like a summary, kind of like a summary and review of step 1. One thing that immediately happens when you define that conflict around, it's really nice there, and that's kind of unique. So I'm going to, when you define the conflict around one specific instance and one emotion, it's immediately less stress on you. I think both because just the focus. Focusing your mind on it, plus allowing you to focus on one thing just becomes less stressful and overwhelming immediately. Isn't that interesting? By the way, say you have multiple conflicts or, like related that you haven't been dealing with, so you're not even sure where to start, or you have several emotions around a conflict. I'm just thinking, choose one at a time, but you can go back and choose others, and you can do the same conflict again. Say you have fear and sadness. You experience these two emotions. Do it once with fear, and then come back and do it again with sadness. It's not like you have to close the other things out. In fact, that's not cool. You want to process them all. You just want to do it one at a time. Of course, you'll find if you process one, your solution the solution you come up with in this process will address related conflicts. So I'm just noticing I'm really hungry. And it's funny because, well, maybe because I went running this morning. I had a good breakfast, and the congee was delicious. Hanson makes this multigrain congee every morning, and some days it's a hit, and I always enjoy it, but some days it's a real hit, and some days it's just like, okay, I can eat this. But yeah, it's just been really good lately. I think it's the black. There's like some black rice in it, and it's just so good. And then I had a piece of toast, whole grain, of course. Please do not eat white toast. The flavor and the nutrition are just not there. Of course, I slathered butter on it. And then I had an omelet, which was good, with cheddar cheese omelet. So maybe just because of my run, maybe I'm burning through and ready for more calories or something. Step 2. Feel the emotion. Did you think I timed it with that music? That was kind of cool, wasn't it? Step 2. Feel the emotion. So in step 1, you defined the conflict situation. Keep it brief. Include one emotion that you experienced intensely. And be specific. Define a slice of time. Put a date and time stamp on it. Don't just generally describe an amorphous conflict. Step 2, feel the emotion. What you're going to do now is go back to, in your mind, go back to that moment that you've defined and feel the emotion again. And really feel it. You can talk about it to yourself or with a friend, or you can journal about it. But it's not just an academic exercise. You really want to feel that emotion. So what was the conflict? I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah. Speaking of laundry, the roommate that was kindly helping me with, that's kind of cool. I'm just going to take a quick screenshot there, just like that. I'm going to have a lot of nice choices this time. Yeah, one of my roommates was helping with my laundry, and he was doing it wrong, and it made me angry. This happened, I believe, on a Saturday evening when I noticed. What did I notice? Oh, yeah. My laundry smelled like cigarette smoke. And yeah, I was angry. That's gross. And he was still here. He was sitting out in the courtyard, and I wanted to just go like yell at him. It's like, just don't touch my laundry, you know? The reason I do my own laundry is because there's a certain way I like it done, and I don't want to train you or train all my roommates how to do my laundry. Plus, like, do I need to tell you not to smoke when you're doing my laundry? It's just like some common sense. I don't think he was like actively I don't think he was like actively smoking while he was folding my laundry. But you know, he was smoking around it or out, you know, I don't know. But it's just like, don't touch my laundry. So now I can kind of feel, I can go into my body and I can kind of feel, I've been exploring that emotion. I'm not just ranting here, I'm doing step 2. I'm feeling that emotion and I can feel it in my chest. Feels like some burning or like I just want to yell. I'm just going to sit with it for a moment here while I crush leaves. Maybe I can feel it in my throat too, just like a yelling, you know, like ready to yell. And I do, you know, I'll raise my voice when I'm angry. That's what I do. So the body feeling is subsiding now. But I can still feel it a little bit, just like a uneasiness, you know? Like even my voice shaking a little bit. And if I wanted to, I could go back into the exploring the emotion more deeply in the situation, talking about it, ranting. If you feel like hitting the person, say it. Of course, that's not how you want to solve the problem, but what you do want to do is just be honest about how you're feeling. And there is nothing wrong with the way you're feeling. So the goal here is for, you know, exploring that emotion and then resyncing mind and body, coming to a point where you just fully accept and you're fully comfortable again. And it's interesting because I would call this a minor emotion, a very minor situation, you know? And I'd even forgotten about it. I love this music. And I finally remembered to turn the volume up in my earphones. Actually, the voice and music mix in my earphones is just really perfect now, and that's been kind of hard to accomplish because it's like I want the audio to sound good for you. I don't, you know, it's secondary how it sounds for me, but it's very enjoyable when it sounds good for me too. But getting back into it, I forgot what I was saying there. You're working towards full acceptance in mind, body, spirit. Oh, and I was saying, even though I would call this a minor conflict for me, just like going back and exploring the emotion, you know, I could really feel it there. Even kind of surprised myself. I did feel like yelling at him, and I told you that. Now, I'm just going to tell you, I probably would have cursed, and I held my tongue because Mindful Minecraft is pretty much G-rated. Anyway, but yeah, curse. Get it out. You know, people say that. Get it out there. Now, why do you do this? Well, I think, you know, sometimes when you're in the midst of a conflict, maybe you're in a social setting, and you can't really let it all out. And maybe you don't want to, you know, maybe it would, you know, you realize even in the moment that blowing up would make the situation worse, you know? Good for you if you can do that. I can't always. But whatever it is, you need to go back and just explore, like, what was I feeling, and be in a safe place where you can just fully affirm your feeling, because it's absolutely fine to feel the way you're feeling. And you shouldn't suppress your emotions. You want to bring them up. Bring it to the surface. But then, you know, go to your body, feel it, you know, use our mindfulness techniques. What does it feel like in your body? And describe that feeling as part of step 2. . then you just kind of go back and forth till you feel like you've accepted it. Sometimes for me, I'll even have to come back a day later, a couple days later, a week later. Feel it again and again until I'm really accepting it. You know, so again, this conflict situation, we just had dinner with roommate dinner last night, and we had a great time. You know, I'll admit I was just slightly perturbed by his presence. And I don't need to be like that. He was being helpful. And I didn't, you know, like like I said, I'd even forgotten this conflict. All I remembered was I was kind of mad, you know, mad or miffed or angry. With him. I love cleaning up the forest floor. It's like painting a wall, you know, there's just like immediate payoff and it looks great. It's like mowing the lawn. What am I saying? We're mowing here. I love mowing because you can look at the pretty grass all mowed. Look how mowed that is. Perfectly mowed. No chance of it being scalped. You know what scalped grass is? That's when your mower is set too low and the grass might be growing too high, and you cut the grass below where it's even green, and you're just like down to almost, you know, the earth, and it's bad for the grass. You know, it's harder for it to grow back like that because you're really like the healthy part, you've completely cut it off. There's your lawn mowing lesson for the day. And I hate to see scalped grass. They do it at the school across the street. Well, it's not across the street. It's just like outside our window all the time. It's like on the soccer field. Actually, this year they did it a little bit better. In previous years, they just completely scalped the grass, and then it makes a dirt patch in the middle of the soccer field, and it takes all year for the grass to grow back in that spot, and then they scalp it again. Now I'm experiencing conflict around seeing the grass scalped at the school next door. Anyway, I think you got an idea of step 2, right? Step 3 is going to be to create a healthy conflict statement. I'm just going to tell you, this is the hardest step so far. It's critical, and I think it might be the hardest step. It looks nice out there. I mean, it looks kind of foggy, but I like the way it's rendered. I wonder wonder if I can see a little bit further now. You know, you never know, like, it's still laggy. Let me check the time. I think we've had Oh, did you hear that? What time is it? Let me check the time. Let me try it again. Let me check the time.
It's 10:29 a.m.
Wasn't that cool? Also creepy. That's my Apple Watch. I got rid of my iPhone. That looks really cool. Well, I still have it. I just don't use it. I'm into Xiaomi now. So I need to get rid of this Apple Watch because it only works with Apple. I don't like that. You know, sorry. I don't like this walled garden thing. Gardens should not have walls. Everyone should be able to enjoy your garden. It is dumb. It's just like... Well, I'm not going to rant about that. They can do whatever they want. And I'll be buying other products. Meanwhile, that work with one another, including Apple. Okay, I think we've had a pretty good run with this episode. What do you think? I'm just having such a good time working on this side by the cliffs. And it just feels like I'm kind of close to like breaking through over here, you know? You see, this is where the turn is. Let's take a quick look at our progress. Ooh. Feels cold, doesn't it? Like the cliffs. Looks great. We're making progress. We've taken a huge chunk out of that. Oh yeah, look at that. Looks really great. Look at that. Look at it. Like how this slope right there. I love this tree back there. You did a good job on that. Is this going to be enough room for a temple? I think so. Yeah. I think so. Let's get that one random block.